Hi there, Ben here. Thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial, the very first for a song in Spanish on this channel, and it's for La Llorona, a South American song from a South American legend with ghosts, surprises, and lots of nice chords, actually, and lots of nice Spanish-styled guitaring that we're going to do also. And it's going to sound like this with the singing. Todos me dicen el negro llorona negro, pero cariñoso. Todos me dicen el negro llorona negro, pero cariñoso. Yo soy como el chile verde llorona picante, pero sabroso. Yo soy encantado and very happy to start this tutorial with you. It's a song that was chosen by patron/student Francis in our Skype lessons, and she also decided to do herself all the tabs for this, which we're going to have a look at and that are really nice to play. First off, let's start with the intro. So the intro is just this pattern here that we're going to find a lot throughout the song. And it's just G minor, which is open 2, 3, 1, and then an F, 2, 0, 1, open, and then a E flat, which is open 3, 3, 1, and then a D7, which is 2, 2, 2, third. So 2, 2, 2, 2, index all across third. And the way that we are going to pluck this, because we're not going to strum it, we are going to pluck this with our index and then the three other fingers, like so. And twice per chord. F, index, all other fingers, index, index. So you see we're plucking all the time on the C string. And on these chords, we then have the tabs that fit over them. So if you have a friend that plays the ukulele, then you can play it together. And it sounds like this. I'm going to add the chords on this afterwards, and I'm now playing the tabs. 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Thank you for the accompaniment. And then if you have a second friend that plays the ukulele, then one can play the chords, and then you can both play a different melody, because then the other part goes with the thirds at the top like this. So you hear how the first part that I played finger picking fits underneath the parts that I played just now. And then after that we arrive at the G minor, D7, G minor, D7, G minor, D7, and we're going to play this with some finger picking up here, going G minor, D7. Now what's quite important here is that this is the G minor, and then the D7, and then G minor, D7. And the way to play this is that on the D7 we pluck the C string, and then we have a flourish with the fingers, meaning that we don't pluck like this, but everything a bit delayed, a bit like a harp. By the way, before we get started with the singing, which is coming up next, a huge thank you to all the patrons who are making these lessons exist. They're making these possible. Thank you so much. And if you want to become a patron also, you can do so in the link in the description, and there you can also get the song sheet for this beautiful song with all the tabs and with all the Spanish lyrics. Okay, so this is the very first verse, and we have G minor and C minor, which is open 3, 3, 3, G minor, and then a D7. Make sure all the strings of the D7 ring nicely, and on all of these we're going to have two plucking patterns of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Todos me dicen el negro llorona negro, pero cariñoso. And each verse is going to be repeated a second time. So make sure you note where the chords are landing. For example, it's cariñoso. It's not cariñoso, because then that's not Spanish. So second line, we're going to do it slightly differently, and we're going to do a Chavela Vargas especial. We're going to do Todos me dicen el negro llorona negro, pero cariñoso. Now this song is all about the theatre and the drama and the long pauses and the intensity in the voice. So here we are going to do G minor, F, and flourish on E flat. And what's interesting is that we're going to do index all of the other fingers and index all of the other fingers and then flourish or just a normal strum on the E flat. Pause, pero cari, and then normal D7 again. And I really like that actually. In a version, Chavela Vargas does this every time, but I think every second time is quite nice. And that's the way we're going to do it throughout. Todos me dicen el negro llorona negro, pero cariñoso. And then we keep on going, and we've got G minor, F, E flat, D again. Yo soy como el chile verde llorona picante, pero sabroso. Yo soy como el chile verde llorona picante, pero sabroso. And second verse, ay de mi llorona. Have you noticed what happened here? We've got a G7, which is a nice addition that you can add anytime in that particular part of the verse. Basically, it helps pull the song towards the C minor, the G7, which is open 2, 1, 2. Ay, de mi llorona, 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 llévame al río. And here, instead of a second G minor, we can actually play a G sharp diminished, which is open 1, 5, 3, 1. It's sort of like an A7, but it's got a slightly different color to it. D7. And these two little additions that are here are actually stuff that you can do anytime to lead on either to the C minor with the G7 or to lead on to the D7 with the C sharp diminished. And I like both. And for example, you can even do them in the first verse. Todos me dicen el negro llorona negro, pero cariñoso. I actually do the G7 most of the time and the C sharp diminished not so much, now and then, but the G7 all the time. That's just my preference, and you can sort of decide what you prefer to do also there. Anyway, ay de mi llorona, 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 llévame al río. Second time, ay de mi llorona, 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 flourish, llévame al río. Tápame con tu rebozo, llorona, porque me muero de frío. She's very cold, apparently. Tápame con tu rebozo, llorona, porque me muero de frío. So we've had two verses, and now there's another musical interlude, same as we had as the beginning. And then we continue singing, and all the verses are the same chord-wise. It's just the lyrics that are changing, really. And then you can become more or less dramatic with your voice. Chavela Vargas, actually, in her later versions, she's not even bothered that much with the melody. It's just an afterthought. Mainly it's about the theatre of it. No sé que se tienen las flores, llorona. Oh, by the way, about the musical interlude, you can actually do something else, which Francis was very enthusiastic about, which is the thirds motif. So it's on G, M, F, E flat, D, and we're going to use barred chords, except for the D, which is a normal D, to play a motif in thirds. You just need to make sure that on the last third, here, you make your index louder than your thumb. Otherwise it will sound like this. Which is not what you want. You want. So you need to make your index louder here. And then you can also play the after having played that twice. No sé qué tienen las flores, llorona las flores. I'll just sing the very last verse of the song for you. It's quite funny. It's basically saying, I have given you my love, what do you want more? And then I think it's Llorona, she says, what I want more? I want more, basically. Sí, porque te quiero, quieres, Llorona, quieres que te quiere más. Sí, porque te quiero, quieres, Llorona, quieres que te quiere más. Si ya te he dado la vida, Llorona, ¿qué más quieres? ¿Quieres más? You can end like this if you want. I quite like it. So thank you so much for watching. Have lots of fun with this song. You can also record yourself just playing the chords on your phone, for example, on whatever. And then you can just play. Enjoy that Spanish vibe and have a wonderful day. See you soon for more. Bye bye.